With the summer sizzle starting to fizzle, cooler heads are looking to lock in a wellness routine fit for the fall and beyond. Lucky for you, Ritual's high standards don't drop with the temperature. Fully committed to traceable science and sourcing, Ritual is shaking up the supplement industry with high-quality ingredients and scientifically developed formulas. With them, you know what you're taking, where it comes from, and why it's important. They've got every base covered, from their clinically backed Women's 18-plus multivitamin to groundbreaking options like stress relief and sleep melatonin, which both use first-of-its-kind BioSeries technology designed to optimize formula delivery. And right now, for a limited time, get up to 40% off your first month at ritual.com/podcast.
Audio Jungle.
Good evening. Welcome to WSBI, your Resource for Success podcast program, where you get to meet inspiring women-owned businesses from across the country. My name is Kimberly McLemore, and I am your host. With us, we have LaKaisha Pierre, independent beauty consultant with Mary Kay. Welcome, LaKaisha.
Hello.
Hi, how are you this evening?
I am well. Thank you for asking. Thank you for having me this evening.
Oh, it is my pleasure. I am so glad that we had this opportunity to get together. It's been a long day for you, I'm sure, and absolutely been a long day for me, but I think this interview is going to be awesome. So I'm really looking forward to hearing your story tonight, and I'm sure the listeners are too. So if you just take a couple of minutes, tell a little bit about yourself and what you've been up to lately.
All right. So my name is LaKaisha Pierre, as you've already stated. I am a single parent of 3. I'm actually going through a divorce. I began having children at the age of 15, and so for me to be where I'm at in my life right now is really, really good. I'm in a really great place. I am an independent Mary Kay. I'm an independent beauty consultant with Mary Kay, but I started that because I was going through domestic situation in my divorce, and the girlfriend offered me a pampering session, and so I needed that session. I needed that moment to just go, and I went with another girlfriend, and we were feeling great. It was a great moment. Felt really, really good. It was with a whole bunch of other women who had stories like my story, stories like other women's stories. Women who were going through domestic violence, women who had, suffered from different diseases and different things of that nature just because of not having a good sense of self. Mm-hmm. And so when they announced to me that Mary Kay donated to domestic violence centers here in Denver, Colorado, where I'm at, as well as cancers eradicating for women, I joined immediately. And so Mary Kay has been a huge change in my life. She has changed my life in the sense of being in this sisterhood with other women who have been through what I've been through. I don't have to feel like I'm the only person in that place. I don't have to feel like I'm the only one who's struggling or going through something. We meet weekly, and so it's a lot of love. It's a lot of affection. They definitely put God before first, family before business, which is something I think is just truly important in our lives, as we all get so busy that we don't know, when to stop and take a breath and really breathe and do what we need to do. And so I just want to say that Mary Kay's just been great for me, and as an independent beauty consultant, I look forward to helping women feel beautiful, especially you, Kimberly.
Well, thank you. Well, I'm going to backtrack a little bit before I dive into what you just talked about. I want to talk a little bit about where you're originally from and how you got to Denver, and then we're going to go back into your story.
All right. So I was born and raised in Denver, Colorado.
Okay.
And so I left Denver in the beginning of the relationship where the domestics occurred. And actually, when I reached out to you for this interview, I was living in Slidell, Louisiana, which is where my family is from, New Orleans. My mom, my stock comes from New Orleans, Louisiana. And so that's why I went back to kind of regroup and begin to learn who I was again. And you just get that family love and affection, if that makes sense.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, yeah, I went home.
Okay. So you went home and then you moved back to Colorado. So how long have you been back into the area?
I've been back in Denver for not even 3 months. I've been here a little under 90 days. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So how does it feel to be back home per se, since that's where you grew up from, and you're having some new beginnings in your life and you're moving forward. So you're feeling pretty good, huh?
I'm feeling great. I'm feeling awesome. Actually, like I said, Mary Kay was just the beginning to my start. I actually have joined with a group of powerful people, and I started a nonprofit called Women of Entitlement, Inc., which is where it's a support group that I formed for myself because of what I was going through, as well as other women that I knew that I born and raised with here in Colorado, grew up with, that had suffered and gone through the same thing. And I joined up with those other women. I said, you guys, let's create this support group. Let's begin to travel. Let's begin to live. Let's begin to be who God called us to be.
Right.
And so that's where I'm at. And, I'm building with the Mary Kay, helping women to be beautiful, and I make money doing that. But my true passion is going to be to help restore, to help mentor children and women and families, low-income children and families.
Right. Well, I want to kind of talk a little bit about your story. When you're talking about, I can hear the passion and I can hear the heartbreak of what you've been through. And I want you to know that you're absolutely not alone. I've been there before. I understand that feeling of wanting to just be who you are and knowing that you have a purpose in life. And I think it's amazing to hear the story about how Mary Kay provides those resources, which I had never known. And I've heard about Mary Kay for many, many years, not realizing these things even existed. But the thing that's beautiful about what you're talking about is like you're talking about restoring. And any woman, regardless of what you've been through, whether it's been this type of a tragedy, which unfortunately has been a part of your inspiration to move forward in life, but be able to inspire others and to be able to restore them, to make them understand that these other women, that there is a purpose, and knowing that it's okay to be able to talk about your circumstances and know that there's somebody else out there like you, but realizing that the best part about it is that you can move forward. And I believe that any woman who has been able to have the strength to walk away so that they can live and know that they are better than what that individual has told them they were or created them to be, that, it's okay, that we can continue to move forward and realize that we don't have to keep looking in the rearview mirror, and you understanding your beauty and giving that to somebody else. Believe me, I know that you're making somebody else's day. I know that, you are uplifting other women, and that's what this is all about, is uplifting. And I, like I said, didn't realize some of the benefits that Mary Kay has. But now let's talk a little bit more about, explain to me some of the products that you provide, or that teaching women. We talked a little bit about how skincare has been an issue and within our communities, and how many people don't really understand the importance of skincare and how that performs and conforms you into being the beautiful person that you really are.
Oh my gosh, Kim, I'm so glad that you said that, because when I went in Mary Kay that night, I wasn't planning on getting the education that I received on top of the fun. And we think, and I'm going to say as African Americans, we think that the simple towel and the washcloth cleans our face and that's what's going to get it. And, I just use hot water and a towel. That doesn't get it at all. And if you think about a windshield when you're driving a car, okay, you know all that smut that gets on your windshield?
Right.
Well, it's on our faces. And with just water and a towel, you're going to bed with that on your pillow. You're sleeping with all the crud that you can experience throughout the day. And so it's important for us, even as African Americans, especially because we do have good skin. You know, they say it doesn't crack, and you want your skin to last. So you want to get the proper treatment. You want to be able to learn that you need to cleanse it 2 times a day, in the morning and at night.
Right.
And you should have a regimen that you use. You should have a moisturizer. We do need sunscreen. Just because we're African American does not mean that our skin does not burn.
Exactly.
So you know, there's just so many things that I'm learning. It's like, oh my gosh, I was just so ignorant to the fact of what I didn't know. So being able to provide these pampering sessions where it's free. You come in, you try the product, you get loved on, you hear everybody's story. You know, either you leave with just feeling better, or you leave maybe deciding a new career, or you leave maybe deciding, well, at least I'm going to start cleaning my face every day. You know?
Right.
And
Exactly. Exactly. And I think, what a little bit that you're talking about, I kind of want to tip on there, is that the fact that most people just assume, especially like you said, within our Black communities, that, for many years, we didn't have a lot of products that were available for our skin tones, for the regimen of our skin, because everything was made for one entity. And I can even remember back in the day when Mary Kay, was probably one of the first who were coming out with different types of products for women of color. And, so they've been around for years, but it is amazing, like you said, how many people don't understand the basic pieces of just taking care of your skin. It's not even about the other half of it, where it's the makeup, where the makeup, enhances and helps you out. But that real, just basic understanding that we do not talk about all the time in communities. Now, of course, it's obviously gotten better throughout the years, and we have these capabilities to be able to go out and enrich people and share our resources and make them understand how important it is to, like you said, to keep that beautiful face, that Black don't crack synopsis that people talk about. But, but at the end of the day, it's more than that. And a big part of, we all understand, is just like getting a new hairdo done. Every time we get that hair done, we feel like a better person. And it's no different than when you're cleaning your face, and when you put that beautiful makeup on and it enhances the beauty that you already have, we all feel that something different about ourselves. And when you teach them how to do it the right way, I think that is the most benefit that you get out of it, and realize, like you said, that some days, some people may walk out starting a new business, or that's the fact that they just learned the fact that, hey, I know how to do my face properly. But even just the opportunity to get down and to be able to sit down and socialize with other women and sharing these stories usually is the most important part, I think, of.
With the summer sizzle starting to fizzle, cooler heads are looking to lock in a wellness routine fit for the fall and beyond. Lucky for you, Ritual's high standards don't drop with the temperature. Fully committed to traceable science and sourcing, Ritual is shaking up the supplement industry with high-quality ingredients and scientifically developed formulas. With them, you know what you're taking, where it comes from, and why it's important. They've got every base covered, from their clinically backed women's 18-plus multivitamin to groundbreaking options like stress relief and sleep melatonin, which both use first-of-its-kind bioseries technology designed to optimize formula delivery. And right now, for a limited time, get up to 40% off your first month at ritual.com/podcast.
If you're a maintenance supervisor for a commercial property, you've had to deal with everything from leaky faucets to flickering light bulbs. But nothing's worse than that ancient boiler that's lived in the building since the day it was built, 50 years ago. It's enough to make anyone lose their cool. That's where Grainger comes in. With industrial-grade products and dependable fast delivery, Grainger can help with any challenge. From worn-out components to everyday necessities. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
All these pampering sessions, would you not agree?
I totally agree. It's super fun because we do the whole charcoal mask thing, and not the one that you pull off and hurt your face. Ladies, don't use that one. It's bad. It's not. If you're pulling, it's not good for your face. But when you take your selfies, you guys are all in there. You're taking your selfies. Everybody's got this charcoal mask on. You guys are laughing, and it's super fun. And it really was the love that I needed from my heart. So the products are great. I use them myself. Actually, today I'm Mary Kate up, and my cousin said, "Oh, you look so beautiful. You look natural." And so I've got the natural thing going on. So any kind of look that you want, if you don't want to wear makeup, if you just want to just take care of your skin, that is where I would start at. And the makeup, that's extra if you want to add to, but definitely take care of that face. You have to wear it every day.
That's right. Absolutely. Absolutely. So talk to me a little bit about some of the challenges that you have faced with starting your own business and, and how it's affected you and how you've been able to continue to move forward.
Well, thank you for asking. It's been difficult considering in the marriage, my husband and I had three businesses. And we were functioning and we were doing well. It was when we separated that you lose everything. And coming in a domestic situation, I had to walk away from everything. Mm-hmm. So being able to, I'm not even all the way divorced yet. So being able to get up and start my own business, start a support group for myself and be able to network with such awesome people has been amazing. But it has been one of the hardest things I've ever had to do in my life. I've experienced homelessness. I've experienced hunger. I've experienced pain. I've experienced drama. I've experienced abandonment. So to be able to fight through those things, and I just give God the almighty glory, has been key for me. I'm a very spiritual person, and I'm not talking about religion where you go to church and you follow rules. I'm talking about a relationship where you get on your knees and you talk to him and he talks to you and he tells you that everything is going to be okay if you just trust him.
That's right. And you're absolutely right, sweetheart. You have the strength and he has given you that strength. And I understand, like I said, I hear your story. I've been there. And that's the hardest thing in the world is to know that, you have this thing in the back of in your rearview mirror that's still kind of there and it haunts you. But at the same time, you have to know that you can go forward and you've done that. And that's the best part of your story is that you've let no one define who you are. You've let no one tell you what you cannot be. And that all those other things that you previously had, yeah, it was great when it was there. But those material things and those other pieces, you didn't need that because God is showing you that you can continue to move forward without all that extra drama, without being told what it is that you can and cannot do without this other individual. So it's okay. It's okay to have those tears of joy. It's okay to reconfirm to yourself every single day that you have done it. And don't ever let anybody define who you are or tell you what you can do differently. And that's the beauty that, like I said, you will continue to share with every other woman that you reach out to because you understand. And it's like I said, it's unfortunate sometimes that tragedies have to show us certain things that we see that are there. But sometimes we have to learn to be able to walk away. And you being able to share your story with another woman every single day, I guarantee you there's always somebody else out there who's been through what you're going through. They may not tell you, but that one little thing that you say to them will change their life forever. And all these other pieces that come with it, with the Mary Kay piece, with the other women of entitlement piece, all these things are going to be a benefit for somebody. And it's a benefit for you and for your family, today and in the near future. You're going to be leaving a legacy. You're going to be leaving something for other women to hold on to and for your family to see. This is what it's about. So it's okay for you to have those tears of joy, and it's okay for you to tell your story because, like I said, it's things that, you try not to remember, but you know that they're always going to be there to some degree, but always fight through it and realize that you got the world in front of you and everything's going to be fine.
Thank you so much. And one thing that I didn't get to say, and I have to say this to everyone and everyone listening, is that there's a reason behind what I do. My mother committed suicide when I was 16 years old, and it was due to domestic violence. She hung herself 3 days before Christmas. And so she is the reason why I walked away from the situation, because I was not going to allow the enemy to place on me the same things that she had gone through. I was strong enough to walk away. At one point, I did think that I could not live without him. But again, I had that spiritual peace. But my mother didn't make it. And so you will hear me if you do business with me or you come across, you'll hear me or you'll see that I carry her with me and that I'm going to do the things that she never got to do. I will live and I will be great and do great things because of what happened to her and what happened to myself. And any woman and any man in any situation, because men get abused too. It's not just women.
Absolutely.
And so I'm speaking to anybody and everybody who's listening right now. If you're being abused, if you're not being allowed to be who you are and experience what you want to experience and feel what you want to feel and be loved the way that you want to be loved, you're settling and you're in a not right situation. So I say, get to know your creator and talk to him and ask him if the person that you're dealing with in your life is right for you. Because guaranteed, if they're not, he will show you. He will show you. And you have to be strong enough to walk away if they're not.
That's right. That's right. You're absolutely right. And like I said, 90% of the time, the signs are there. It's just up to us to make the move, because there's nobody out here worth all of that. You are worth more. And I'm so glad that you made the choice to move forward. And I am so sorry to hear about your mother, but with her being your inspiration, and she is watching you every day, and she is in love with the fact that you are continuing to grow and continuing to move forward. And that is a blessing within itself. So,
Yes. So, I think she's proud of me, and I think we're excited, and I think the future looks great.
Absolutely. Your future has already started because you're doing you. You've made the choice to do you, and that's where your future has already started. You're right where you need to be at. You're back in Denver. You're happy. You're making other women happy. And this is what this is about. And this is the thing that I love the most about what I do, is being able to have the opportunity to share with you women all these stories, hearing your story and being able to reach out to other women so that they can realize that there is a connection there, and that they understand that being in business is not just about always being in business. Your livelihood is a big part of who you are. And what we provide as business owners to our consumers out there and to our customers, everything is meaningful to us. It comes from the heart. When we decide that we walk out that door and we are a business owner and we're in front of our customers, we make this choice. But it's a choice because we do it because we love what we do. And having the opportunity to, like I said, to share your resources and share your story, I think is always a blessing. And that is the reason why I have this podcast program. And that's the reason why I'd love for you women from all across the country to be able to do this and get this opportunity. Because, like I said, you will always inspire somebody else. So, on that note, I would like for you to give me one piece of advice that you would share with another woman when it comes to being in business.
When it comes to being in business, I would say understand that you are going to hear the word no. You're going to hear it, you're going to hear it, you're going to hear it. But the more times that you hear the word no, understand that is your strength to keep you to push. Once you hit 100 no's, you will hear 100 yes. So stay strong, stay empowered, encourage yourself in the Lord, because you can do it. We all can do it. Anybody can do it. It's just they have to keep their mindset to it and believe. And you got to push. You got to push no matter what it is. We all have kids. We all have this. We all have that. You got to push until you get it done.
Absolutely. Couldn't have said that better myself. So can you tell the listeners how they can get a hold of you?
Most definitely. Please definitely reach out. I have a website, and I do have for Mary Kay, and it's www.marykay.com/royal, ROYAL, diadem, DIADEM. And you can go there. I'm offering all my customers 15% off on any sale. So definitely go ahead and hit me up there. And definitely, if you're interested in joining the team, we are always accepting new team members. We are throughout the United States. We are in 35 countries. We are a multi-billion-dollar company. So definitely join Mary Kay, even if you just need some friends. And then you can also reach me at LaKaisha, LAKAISHA, entitled ENTILED Inc. INC.com. And that's if you want to be a part of the support group, if you'd like to facilitate a group, or if you'd like to join us on our girls trip that we're going to host annually every year, or if you definitely like to come and volunteer and help feed the homeless. We're going to be doing great things in Denver. So definitely please reach out to me. I'd love to hear from you.
All right. Excellent. Thank you. I really want to thank you for coming on this evening. It has been a pleasure. Do you have any last words for the listeners?
I just want to say thank you so much, Kimberly, for this opportunity. Thank you for everybody that's listening. I just want to say, keep God first, and I promise you will never be last. No matter what it looks like around you, just trust Him. Every little thing will be all right.
All right. Amen. All right. Again, like I said, thank you for coming on tonight. For everybody else, please follow us, and you can listen to this program on Spreaker. And we go to www.spreaker.com/user/WSBI. We're here every Thursday evening at 7 p.m. You can find me on the WSBI website at www.wsbillc.com. You can also reach me on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and Twitter. But until then, you all have a good evening. Good night.
Take a look out my window, see the birds in the trees. Their songs inspire me to sing a sweet melody. How do they do it? Not a care and so free. Wanna step into their world. Who holds the key? It's a brand new day. Gotta take it on my way. Gotta take it on my way. It's a brand new day. Gotta take it on my way. Gotta take it on my way.
With the summer sizzle starting to fizzle, cooler heads are looking to lock in a wellness routine fit for the fall and beyond. Lucky for you, Ritual's high standards don't drop with the temperature. Fully committed to traceable science and sourcing, Ritual is shaking up the supplement industry with high-quality ingredients and scientifically developed formulas. With them, you know what you're taking, where it comes from, and why it's important. They've got every base covered, from their clinically backed women's 18-plus multivitamin to groundbreaking options like stress relief and sleep melatonin, which both use first-of-its-kind bioseries technology designed to optimize formula delivery. And right now, for a limited time, get up to 40% off your first month at ritual.com/podcast.